Superman's ongoing conflict with the Invisible Mob is spilling out to the rest of Metropolis. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Action Comics number 1006 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, Clark Kent ambushes the mayor after he heard in the previous issue that he might very well be in the pocket of the Invisible Mob that hired Red Cloud. Just like every slimy politician, this guy has an answer for everything, a dozen canned responses that go through all the greatest hits. We needed to put money elsewhere. The fire investigation was tainted by the superhero involvement. Have I said fake news yet? Because fake news. Obviously, Clark didn't think this guy was going to confess to all his wrongdoings and spill his guts to him right there in the street. Thankfully, though, as Superman, he's able to use his super hearing to hear everything he says to his aides afterwards. The corrupt mayor jumps to the very accurate conclusion that if a journalist from the Daily Planet is poking around about the fire investigation, it's almost certainly because Melody Moore, the new fire chief, dropped a dime on him. Moreover than that, he wants to get word to his friends in the Invisible Mob to not have Melody Moore killed so soon, because if she is to turn up dead, that would turn up a lot of heat on what they're doing. Now, back over at the planet, Robinson Goode, who we discovered in the last issue is actually Red Cloud, is having a fight with Perry. It would seem more and more holes are getting poked in her story of being a journalist because she doesn't even know the proper way to spell does. I mess that up all the time. You start with does, then you start spelling dose. Now, even though Clark overheard the mayor saying that Robinson shouldn't be touched, he doesn't believe it. He then decides to invade everyone's privacy at the paper by using his super senses to see what they're doing. Geez, and here I thought I only had to worry about my boss reading my email at work. Now Superman's doing it. I'm self-employed, for the record, and work from home. So in a way, I'm always reading my email. Superman's intel turns out to be 100% correct because later that night, Red Cloud does make a play for Melody Moore to try and shut her up about the fire investigation. Now, up until now, Superman has lost pretty much every fight with Red Cloud he's had. She's either been able to escape, climb into his lungs, and beat him up from the inside out, so how on earth is he possibly going to try and win this fight this time? Well, I'll tell you, he's gonna win by blowing harder than he's ever blown before. And believe it or not, at first this actually works and gives the Man of Steel a leg up on his competition. Now, Red Cloud isn't a dummy, she knows how her powers work, and even Superman has only so much breath in his lungs. So all she's really got to do is wait for him to run out of breath, and then it's the same old story, same old song and dance. But it's during this refractory period Superman does something rather unexpected, or well, unexpected for this run. He actually tries to talk Red Cloud down. He says that lots of people have been in the same situation as Red Cloud right now, amazing power, stuck in a bad situation, making bad choices, but this doesn't have to be the rest of her life. She could always turn it around. In fact, Superman says if Red Cloud is willing to help him take down the Invisible Mob, then he's willing to try and get the courts to go easy on her. Even Melody Moore is quick to say that's pretty damn sweet, generous, and understanding for a woman that we know has killed multiple people for money. But then again, I guess that's Superman in a nutshell, isn't it? He sees the good in everyone even when they don't see the good in themselves. And shockingly, this gamble pays off. Red Cloud leaves Superman and Melody Moore alone and returns to Mr. Strong to say that she lost the battle. This also kind of reveals a big flaw between the relationship of Red Cloud, Robinson Goode, and Mr. Strong. What's he gonna do? Punish her saying, hey, bad job. Oh, that's right, I'm a regular dude and you have superpowers. You could kill me at any moment. Strong does, however, decide to kick this up higher. Yeah, that's right. The head of the Metropolis Mob has himself a boss. I thought it was Red Cloud because he kept referring to her as a her, but no, it's a lady called Leone. She's the real power behind this organization, and she respects the tenacity of both Robinson Goode and Red Cloud, although, I mean, she's not that tenacious. She failed to get the job done twice now, but hey. Leone says together they'll bring down the big blue Boy Scout once and for all and return a more traditional era of crime to Metropolis. And to make good on this plan, Leone has used her ill-gotten gain to purchase the Daily Planet, which for those of you keeping track at home is the 1,137th time evil bad guys have bought the planet. But wait, there's more. The big boss of Metropolis is also a collector of Superman memorabilia, including the car that Superman famously throws in Action Comics number 1. And it's on that note right there that the comic comes to a close, everyone. So that was Action Comics issue number 1006, and there was definitely stuff I enjoyed about this one. Seeing Clark Kent buckle down and actually use his investigative reporting skills was nice. nice. I also really like to see Superman extend an olive branch to one of his foes in hopes that it wouldn't come to a violent end. That's really nice, and we need more of that. What I wasn't so interested was the revelations, or should I say lack thereof revelations, for Red Cloud and the Metropolis mob. Why is Robinson Good working for these guys, both in her day job and as a superpowered assassin? What does she need the money for? She seems pretty well off. Was her whole life before coming to Metropolis a lie too? Also, I feel like the more we actually learn about the Metropolis mob, the less interesting they become. I enjoyed the whole fake name air of mystery thing, and that's quickly being demolished. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 6 out of 10. It still continues to probably be the best of the Bendis-era Superman books.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're feeling in a supportive mood, why not check out my Patreon link down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. I would really appreciate it. And with that, I will be back again next time with more great comic content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye.